Welcome back to Comics, the podcast where me and my mom look through our comic book collection, and we're looking at a DC comic, The Witching Hour. Today, number 44, and this is from 1974. And it begins with a one-page comic after this karate ad, and it's kind of dumb. Hi, sisters. Isn't it about time you gave up flying on a broom? It used to be groovy, but that image of a witch cutting out on a broom is a put-down, old stuff. How about replacing it with a bicycle? Yeah, Cynthia, I'm getting too old to be flying around on a broom, and a little too wide.
Oh, nice.
That night. Well, we bought Mildred a bike, but where can that dingbat be? I hope she wasn't hit by a car. Hey, Cynthia. Mordred, you waiting for me? Wee, this is fun and more comfortable than an old broomstick. The end. What a satisfying story. It's kind of like those Cain and Abel.
The Cain and Abel
from the House of Mystery. I really like the
Whoa.
art on this one, though.
That's really detailed. Look at all the detail.
I know, this is awesome.
Wow.
So this is the cover story. The color, the dead black with the black cat. I'm not sure what the mother and child are doing there, because it has nothing to do with the black cat story here. But it's a pretty cool looking cover.
Oh, yeah.
So we have our witch narrators that we just saw. So you think all cats are evil because they consort with witches, eh? Luckily for you, sweetie, there are plenty of white witches and friendly felines around. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alive now to color the dead black. They called it the Black Plague, and it struck terror in the soul of every Londoner. So they're collecting all the dead bodies. It's like the bring out your dead thing. There's some rats there.
Ugh.
Aye, we has to bury the ones we already got, so's we can make room for more. Still untouched by the creeping pestilence was a tiny village not far from London town. 'Tis clear that Satan has loosed his evil across the land. I will protect you, my people, but you must help me. Help you? How, Nicholas? By ferreting out the devil's agents who dwell among us, witches, demons, and other bearers of the plague. Would that I might have warned my son, Hugh, before he departed for the university in London. Who knows if he is not already among the accursed dead.
The accursed dead. Jeez.
Hola, wouldst offer us thy hospitality, good people? Eh? Who be these strangers?
Mexicans?
Blonde ones. The Black Death. It struck our village, wiping out every inhabitant except ourselves. We will gladly pay for a place to stay, any place. I was confused when I first read this. I think this is just like an introduction scene, but I thought the people in the wagon were the same people here collecting the dead, but they're not.
Okay, so they're just coming to town.
Yeah. Northwards, at the edge of yon woods, I own an empty house. You are welcome to live there. You are a good man, we thank thee. So it's like a family with a grandma and a kid and a husband and wife. Have you lost your reason, Thomas? Ask yourself why they alone have been spared from the ravages of the disease. Ha ha ha. If they were lucky enough to survive, Nicholas, surely that does not prove that, ugh! Whatever horror could have hit him. You guessed it, sweetie. The plague. He just drops dead. It's a fast-acting plague. It's got time-release capsules. 'Twas those strangers who brought it upon us, I tell you. They were sent here by Lucifer himself. Before you make such a rash accusation, Nicholas, we need to have more proof.
Settle down, Nicholas.
And you can buy a fishing rod here.
I remember when fishing all of a
lures.
sudden started turning up in comic books. It was kind of
Yeah,
odd.
you would never see that in the comics that I grew up reading.
Yeah.
It's funny that young boy culture changed so much, where like you used to be able to read comics and then you go be a scamp out in the woods with your buddies and kill an animal or something. And then when you were my age, they were all video game and movie ads and stuff like that, and like candy and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of that was, there's probably candy ads in this one too, but those country bumpkins got more than their share of proof in the chill days and fright-filled nights that followed. Some more people are succumbing to the plague, and they put up a sign that says pestilence. Like wouldn't you know, before long, only one house remained untouched. The crowd grows larger each night. Why do they hate us, grandmother? Because there's a rumor afoot that your old granny brought the Black Death upon them. Why do you wait? Did our troubles not start the moment that old hag arrived? If only we could be sure. We've got some rats in the foreground here, and the black cat from the cover.
And nobody put that together. Nobody observed it, you know?
Well, they're about to. Oh no, the cat nibbled her rope apart. They were hiding a cat, a witch's consort. What say you now? Nicholas was right. Kill the beast. So they throw a knife at the cat and it nicks it. My knife got her. Meow. Bah, she's escaping into the woods. No matter. See how she bleeds? She'll soon be dead. It's her human ally we must deal with now. Aye, the old lady, the witch. And they called it merry old England. It didn't take much to inflame that mob. You superstitious fools, do you really think that killing her will end the plague? Please don't hurt my granny. It's no use, child. They have lost all their senses. Now, as the witching hour approached, that's sort of the unifying theme of all these short stories, is things happen at midnight. Yeah, the bong, bong, bong. Somebody's yelling out, get your bongs! The church clock chimes. How fitting that she died at the stroke of midnight. Why are they doing executions at midnight? You can't see anything. It's a full moon, just like Vicky Vale and Batman.
Exactly.
Oh, I've got my budget meeting at the full moon. Halt! What is the meaning of this? You, my son, you're alive. Aye, father, and returned not a moment too soon. Why do you persecute this poor old woman? She is a witch. She and her cat brought the Black Death upon us. Ha ha ha! What a strange, ironic joke. What do you mean, Hugh? Only yesterday did we learn at the university that cats are our only protection against the plague. For the disease is carried by rats, the natural enemies of cats. Were it not for cats, all of London would be dead by now. By killing cats, you've invited the plague. The animal we wounded. Perhaps she's still alive. We must find her.
This guy's face.
Whoa! Yeah, the reactions are great.
Oh my gosh.
Frantically, I searched through dark, eerie woods until, there she is. Too late, she's dead. Our last protection against the plague, and we destroyed her. We all will perish now. Meow. Look, she was carrying kittens, and just before she died, she gave birth to them. Treat them gently, care for them well. They are the only barrier between us and the Black Death. A lot of those villagers lived to a ripe old age thanks to that cat that brought them good fortune at midnight, the witching hour. That was art by Rubini. I really liked the art in that one.
The art was fantastic.
Face.
Yeah.
Creepy.
So does each witch gets her story.
Mm-hmm.
She's her broom is crazy looking.
Looks like Rupert Thorne from Batman.
She does.
She's got her little bumper stickers from the 80s.
River Styx.
NYC. Better off dead. So this one I didn't like quite as much. So it starts off where this guy is like, that's quite a load for a lady to carry, may I? I beg your pardon, do I know you? Ellen hesitates, not quite taken in by the man's brash charm. I'm Jack Wallace. There, now you know me. I swore I'd steer clear of poor men. If I ever marry, he'll have enough money so I wouldn't have to work. But he's so good looking.
Oh, it's fleshy-faced.
I know the shadow on her face makes her look so evil.
Yeah.
He looks like a rotting pumpkin.
Yes. Ugh.
So she relents and he carries her stuff and he says, how would you like to go into theater? Said the spider to the fly. My name up in lights? And she's kind of skeptical. He says, no. I work with this guy, Barago. And he gives her the card. Barago's like a hypnotist, illusionist kind of guy.
Oh, so she could be his assistant.
Yeah. Barago, master hypnotist. Your name is at the top, followed by manager. You're Mr. Barago's manager? Uh-huh. Barago needs a pretty girl in his act. I can suggest you, but he decides. Well, you mean now? Tonight? Sure, Ellen, if you want to, that is. So he picks her up in his little buggy there, and they go to Lowry's Lodge, where I guess Barago's got a contract to entertain. Will you talk to him first? No, just tell him you're looking for work. You'll stand a better chance if he thinks he chose you. And she goes in, they've got the big bass drum with the little symbol on it. Judging from that drum kit, this is like 1930s, 40s maybe. There's something sad and lonely and eerie about the empty nightclub, a feeling of gloom. Nobody here to ask where to find him, so creepy. Ellen doesn't see him enter. No one is there. Then he is there, a stark, staring figure. Are you looking for someone? He's kind of got the Cain and Abel haircut.
Yes,
One of them has that kind of haircut. Oh, I'm looking for Mr. Barago. I am Barago. Come into the light where I can see you.
Is it the witching hour yet?
Almost. It's 1:45, witching hour. I want to work in theater. I've no experience, but I can learn if you can use me in your act, Mr. Barago. I am called Barago, nothing more. I can use a pretty girl like you. I will pay you $100 a week. Some sixth sense makes Ellen want to turn, to flee, but his glittering eyes hold hers. I am waiting for your answer, miss. Ellen Franklin. I'll try it for a while.
$100 a week? That's a lot back then.
If you own tapes or records. Old and heavy gold. Why are his jeans so big compared to the rest of his body? You could get such titles as Mac the Knife by Bobby Darin.
All right.
Or Theme from a Summer Place by Percy Faith.
Monkeys? I'm a believer.
Winchester Cathedral by New Vaudeville Band. Ooh, 96 Tears by Question Mark and the Mysterians. I like that one. Some of these I do not remember. Johnny Angel by Shelley Fabares.
Shelley Fabre.
Fabre, is that how you say it? The Stripper by David Rose.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett.
That's a good one.
Yeah. These must all be singles, though.
Yeah.
So they're dated,
they're
I
dated
see.
by,
1963, 1955. Autumn Leaves by Roger Williams. I didn't know Autumn Leaves charted as a single.
I don't even remember what Autumn
Crazy Otto. Johnny Maddox. Autumn Leaves is a jazz standard.
I can't even think of what it sounds like.
He turns away abruptly, his eyes releasing her, but she shudders, stands there exhausted, unable to move for several minutes. And then, how did it go? I got the job, but I don't know whether to thank you. Barago frightens me. He's all right. You'll get used to Barago. But what do you think of Jack Wallace? Not bad so far. Ask me again when I know you better. I'm stopping at this motel till the end of Barago's engagement. It's convenient, and I'm sure they have vacancies. I haven't had time to think of a place to stay.
Oh, she just got in town.
Right?
That's right.
Well, I guess she quit her job to just be a magician's assistant on the spur of a moment. A day had passed, and in her dressing room at Lowry's Lodge, Ellen hears some disturbing news. Our engagement here is for 2 weeks, honey. If I don't keep up Barago's bookings, he'll get a manager who will. But must you leave tonight, Jack? My first night? Barago's orders, Ellen. I'll be back in 2 days, and I'll be counting the minutes. I'm afraid of him, Jack. She throws herself into his arms, but an instant later she shudders as she looks into his eyes.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy. Run!
He's both looking a little crazy.
Run!
With a scream, she rips free of his embrace. For God's sake, Ellen, what's the matter with you? I must be going out of my mind. For a moment I thought you were Barago. He's getting to you. He's no bargain, maybe, but he's not that bad either. Just hang on till I get back, sweetie. You'll be all right. And so we get to see her first act, where he levitates her and puts a rock on her belly and breaks it with this weird barbell-looking hammer, circular smashing device.
So it's
like all hypnotist shows, they break a rock over someone's belly.
It's the old, you never see them both in the same place.
Exactly. There are more demonstrations of Barago's hypnotic power and magical prowess. They couldn't think of any to depict, so they don't show them. Even his hold over an audience seems hypnotic. Wake up, Ellen, it is over. Things have gone smoothly. Ellen's fear of Barago seems unreal to her now. She's grateful when he offers to drive her back to her motel after the last show. Don't go in yet, Ellen. I want to talk. I'm terribly tired, Barago. It's been a strain. I could have hired any girl, but the moment I saw you, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm in love with you, Ellen. I want you to marry me. I'm flattered, but there's someone else. Who? Jack Wallace.
Who?
Barago's silence the next night is more ominous, more frightening than anything he might have said after the last show. Oh, Jack, I prayed you'd be here. I drove right through to get here. So the boss asked you to marry him? What's so bad about that? I want you to marry me too. I told him about you, Jack. I could feel his hate there in the darkness. Surprise coin
weird.
packet. Talk about hypnotized. Look at those people. What's wrong with them? Those are some crazy coins. Got to get away from Barago, Jack, with you or without you. With me, sweetheart, I've been thinking. That box trick where you vanish, I could be in the cellar waiting for you. Look at that crazy expression, too. I love some of the facial expressions in these illustrations. Yes, that might be the only way. It would be the only time we'd really know where he is. I keep feeling he's watching me, even now as time goes on. That's why I must get away, or it'll get worse. Next evening, I'm sure he doesn't suspect anything. It must work. We may never get another chance. The door is closed. Barago taps the box with his wand. Silently, slowly, the bottom of the box descends, for Barago's magic is but a stunt. Quick, get me out of here. Easy, baby. We got it made now. Oh, God, don't let him find out till we're far from here. Where are we going? Out of the state, out of the country, any place we can be married in a hurry, honey.
Oh, man.
Hours and hours, but it hasn't been bad. We've been together. You said we'd drive till we found a place, and this is it. This is Amos, Justice of the Peace. He has a sign on his door that says that. He's looking very Cain and Abel-esque. And he's got the Joker print robe. He's like, get me a robe in the pattern of Joker's pants. Or Penguin's pants. But, purple pinstripe.
Or Batman's pants.
Yeah, Batman wears them too from
Hulk's
time
got
to
a
time.
pair.
He likes the solid color, though. He doesn't like the pinstripes.
That's true.
Pinstripes make Hulk look fat. They said they would be slimming. We want to, I know, stand over there. You got a ring? They usually forget. If not, I've got them for $5.
Jeez.
A feeling of anxiety creeps over Ellen as the Justice of the Peace drones on. She attributes it to a bad case of nerves. Now you, sir, repeat after me. I, Jack, take this woman. I, Barago, take this woman. Yeah. Yeah. There is no Jack Wallace. There never was. You hypnotized me, made me see and hear and believe there was a Jack Wallace. Correct, my dear Ellen. Only Barago. Always Barago.
Wow.
It has taken time for Ellen to recover from the shock. Her doctor advises a week in the country. Why, that's very kind of you. No more young men for me. I want an older man, a very rich older man. I'm Ellen Franklin, sir. I don't believe you told me your name. My name? I'm Barago. What's a nice girl like Ellen doing stuck with a fiend like Barago? Frightful tale, tisk, but that's the kind of hair raiser that can happen only at the witching hour. Like the heavy eyebrow on one eye.
She's like, what's his name? Boris, or Borgnine. Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine, yeah. So I guess Barago's just gonna pop up in her life forever now.
Do a loop. I like how she's kind of giving that wink to the camera.
I'll never tell. And our last tale is set in India.
I thought it would be the young witch.
No, we got
We got the hag again.
No. This is a different one. This is one that's like kind of lanky looking, and then we have Ernest Borgnine here, and then
the first one was.
I think that's a different. Maybe you're right.
Because
there's the blonde one,
yeah.
the Sabrina looking one. You're right. She doesn't get to tell any tales today. She was too busy on her bicycle.
Sassy with her sister.
Yeah, it used to be groovy. So we start off with Kill the Demon Tiger. So another cat-themed one, but with a man-eating tiger this time. It's him. Run for your lives. Grow. Grow. Says, yeah. So this is a Mike Fleischer script with Don Perlin. Perlin,
yeah.
I don't know who did the last one. I didn't see, but that's okay. The place was Rajapur, a dot on the map of British India some years ago. Grow! That tiger likes to say grow.
Grow, damn it.
It's the monster flea. Ah, help, help.
It's the monster.
It's like animal that lives where they are from. They would call it a tiger probably. Anyway, even though it wasn't always like this, it was the only topic of conversation. That horrible tiger. 3 people killed this month. A dozen animals slaughtered. Somehow that demon animal has got to be stopped. The demon tiger will never be stopped. Oh no, what makes you so sure of that, Sanderson? Because this tiger is no ordinary tiger. He is strong, powerful, as cunning as the devil himself. Ooh. He's got the little double goatee going.
That's creepy.
He got it from Hugo Strange. It's like, what if you did a little middle part on your beard? But he's due for a swift end now. Paul Richards, a big game hunter, is flying in from London today. He'll bag your demon tiger. Anyway, your teeth are in splendid shape now that I put those fillings in it. Oops, sorry. Clumsy fool, the demons of darkness shall repay you. What a reaction to bumping into someone. I'm going to say that next time I bump into... The demons of darkness will repay you.
Shall
repay you. Dr. Northrup, I'm Paul Richards. I say, who was that creepy little bloke? He's a strange one, strictly a loner. No friends, no family. The other villagers avoid him, say he makes them feel uneasy. Yeah. That's kind of similar to the last one, where the only character that you are introduced to is suspicious and could be evil.
Yep.
It may seem foolish to you to come all this distance to kill one tiger, but you have no idea what this one's like. It's uncanny how intelligent he is. He can open gates, avoid our traps. We'll get the blighter. Too late to start now. I'll rest tonight and start tracking first thing in the morning. Look, fellows, you can win your choice of neat prizes, free regularly, plus as much as $2 to $10 cash every week. As long as you find somebody named Richard to buy that.
The bike light.
Oh, is that what that is? I was wondering. A little scuba mask.
Ooh,
8mm camera.
Yeah. Fancy
you
stuff.
You can be a happy, prosperous grit salesman.
We thought
about grit. We saw grit in one of the other issues. Strange sports stories. I've never seen that DC title before. That might be fun to try to track down. The Monster in Hole 18. It's like a paranormal sports.
Wow.
It's about the only sports kind of thing I'd want to read. Hey, that looks familiar. And of course, Swamp Thing. We've got a lot of those. Weird War.
And
Wacky War.
That's great.
That looks like the Spectre.
We've got some Sergeant Rock.
We do. We have probably 10 or so.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, we've got a lot of war comics. We've got Sergeant Rock. We've got a few issues of the Nam, which is, the Nam. Yeah. I don't know how you're supposed to say
Nam,
it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like all the vets would say Nam. They would say instead of Vietnam. They like the American way to pronounce it. Because it's comma Nam. It's a Marvel comic, the Nam.
Wow.
I think it was written by a Vietnam War vet.
Wow.
I'll have to look into those. So anyway, back to our story. How about dining at my place? As the only Englishman here, I feel duty-bound to show you some British hospitality. Fine, see you later. The two chatted far into the night. Well, now that I've brought you up to date on what's happening back home, you tell me everything you can about that tiger. Any detail at all might help me bag him. I like the tiger looking through the window there. Midnight was just a number of clock ticks away when not far off, hungry eyes had spotted easy prey. Mama! Help! Help! Eee! I say, it's almost midnight. I guess we should... A scream coming from the village. Let's go. Oh, we're almost to the witching hour. That's him, the tiger. Stay back. Oh, thanks. You must be a real expert. Stay back so I can get a shot at him.
Wow.
He's got a child in his jaws. Grow! He's got his eye on us now. Only time for one shot. Got to make it count. Then suddenly, with a growl of hatred that seemed to spew from Hades itself, the tiger sprang. Grow! Blam! Good show, old boy. I say, what's this? It's impossible. He's got fillings in his teeth. Gold fillings. And that's not all. They're the same fillings I put in Sanderson's mouth today. Quite a shocker, eh, kid? No, everybody saw that. Quite a shocker, eh, kiddies? But what did you expect? After all, Richard shot the killer tiger at midnight. The witching hour. I like how they always like. And
Blame
there's
it on
3
the
stories,
witching
and it
hour.
really takes you 10 minutes to read, and they got to remind you the title is The Witching Hour. And I guess there's the young witch looking kind of
Okay, so
freakish.
yeah.
Witchful thinking. I like that picture of
Yeah.
Dracula there.
You know, when I was a kid reading these, and I was reading them at probably like 7, 8, which that's why.
I would get scared.
Yeah. After each story, I'd like just lay there in bed and just like close
That's
it. and
probably
think,
why they
"Oh
have
my
the little
gosh."
frame narrative. They're like, they'll probably take a week to read each of these because they get too scared.
Yeah, that's why I say that like all of those like supernatural ones were so provocative because I found them in the collection. You know, because my mom, some of these came from my uncles and my mom when she was younger. So when I come across them, it's like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to read these. But then, you know, you're a kid, you read them, and they creep you out.
I like the horror comics a lot more than I did as a kid. I think I got too scared too easily when I was a kid. There's something nice about having little short stories because they open up, like they suggest a world where those things can happen, but there's no continuity like a superhero comic.
Yes.
So you don't need to know a lot about it, but it gives you a premise that you can you can imagine when you're a kid. Like,
oh yeah,
there's probably some hypnotist out there that's gonna con me. Or if I look at these coins, I'll probably turn into one of these weird disappearing nose people.
I thought when I was little, I thought that I would have to deal with quicksand more. Tiger attacks were terrifying. Sharks were terrifying. Crocodiles. Yeah, it was like I thought that the world was a lot wilder.
Yeah.
You know? And I think, part of it was because I was reading what I shouldn't have been reading.
I really like the art in this first one.
That first one is amazing. Story.
That's why you should never hurt black cats. People are too superstitious. It has a good
People
moral
are
to
little
it.
Dummies.
And we have another spooky one that kind of works out well, but more of an action spooky with Ghost Rider 73.
Ghost Rider. One night only.
Love this cover.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, Ghost Rider versus Circus of Crime.
The Circus of Crime. It kind of reminds me of those guys that Spider-Man faced off of, like Daddy Longlegs, or there's a guy with the lasso and the strong man.
Yeah.
They were like a weird misfit group of, I don't know if they were circus people, but so the Circus of Crime is Livewire, Cannonball,
the Gambonos,
Strongman, Fire Eater,
and the
Clown. The Clown. He looks grumpy.
I
like this weird pink thing, that pinkish purple thing that Ghost Rider's trapped in.
That's deep inside of Johnny's mind.
Oh, that's like his consciousness?
Yeah, he's like trapped by Mephisto's fiery pits. I'm trapped once again, locked away in the subconscious of Johnny Blaze. Denied contact with the physical world, and all because of that motorcycling fool. I like Ghost Rider. It's like he battles him and doesn't let him out because he thinks he's evil, but he only goes after those who are guilty.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Punisher.
So
where he's got a dark side, but you root for him because, like, well, he goes after some pretty nasty people.
Yeah, and the people
Glad
have
he's
it
on
coming.
our side.
Yeah,
kind of
or so you think. Okay.
Ghost Rider seems to tangle with the superheroes from time to time, though, too.
Yeah, he does. So he's stuck in and this is kind of over. This is explaining a little bit about what's happening. So repeatedly, he has repressed my desires to take over his body and ride for vengeance. It's my destiny to punish the guilty of the earth. Why can't Blaze realize that? To deny me my freedom, to deny his own innermost hates and passions. That's an interesting way to think of it. For over a week, he kept me shut away in this remote corner of his mind. If he had let me free, things wouldn't be in the sorry state that they are now. And so what's happening, Time and again, the carnival, which Blaze works for, has met with misfortune. From sabotage to blackouts to outright robbery. Only when a fire threatened the life of his friend, Corky the Clown, did he grudgingly call on me as if I were his errand boy. Bah, I should have let the old clown die. Blaze is such an idiot. He should have let me possess him when he later saw Corky's son acting suspiciously. But no, he followed the younger clown to a meeting with the group behind all the mayhem. So we have the strong man here.
Oh, so
fighting.
Corky's son is the evil clown?
Yep.
Oh no, Corky Jr.
And that was his undoing. He had to play the hero, and now we both must pay the price. Were I free to act, the guilty would know my horrible vengeance. But I'm helpless. I can't take over Blaze's body. He's
That's
in
kind
such
of a similar
agony.
dynamic to Hulk, too, and Bruce Banner, where he's trying to contain this side of him. It's kind of got that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde dynamic.
This looks like he's thinking, am I the drama? Is it me? Am I the drama? When he's been knocked unconscious. So Johnny's unconscious, and so we've got Ghost Rider in there just acting up, feeling sorry for himself. And so we open up on Corky here. There. That'll take care of you, Johnny. I wish you could hear me so I could try to make you understand. I didn't want this. I really wanted to go straight. But my old man was hurt pretty bad in that fire. If I want to raise the money I need for his treatment, I have no choice but to carry out my plans. Sneaking out. There's nothing like a sneaky clown that's creepy as heck.
And Gambono's got like apples and a bucket off his foot.
Yeah.
So they're like agility. What is
They're
it
the
called?
acrobats.
Like acrobats.
Yeah.
That's right.
He goes, carry out my plans for the circus of crime.
Are flaming lassos part of a circus traditionally? I don't remember that.
Yeah, no. And he's a
I always
really
thought
annoying
when we went
character.
to the circus when I was a kid, you'd see stuff like that. It's usually just sad animals that are being trotted out for your amusement.
Yeah, and weird clowns. Remember when we went to that one festival and that clown was smoking?
At the Lakeview Arena, that circus that we went to, or carnival?
No, I think it was down at
Was it in Kentucky?
no, it was in Marquette, but it was down by the lake.
I bet most clowns smoke.
Oh, I bet, yeah. You'd have to. But what do they smoke? Looks like our fearless leader has decided to grace us with his presence. Look at this
Pants
guy.
McGee. He's got the Hulk shade going.
And so, yeah, the clown comes out to talk to his comrades here, and everybody's just kind of messing around. These guys are picking apples, and he's playing with his fire. He's playing with his fiery lasso and fire gun. He's got a fire lasso and a fire gun.
I would just use the gun.
I know.
It seems
It's
more
like,
effective.
didn't he learn anything from Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
If only he'd been trapped in that fire, I said, then I'd be the one running this show. He's wistfully daydreaming. Oh, I thought it was him that burned up. Blaze is taken care of for now. I still say we should have aced him. No! There'll be no killing as long as I'm running things. That's intense, man.
Yeah, that's a great reaction shot.
The last thing we need are murder raps hanging over our heads. If you're serious about wanting me to lead you, you'll do as I say. An angry clown is just creepy.
Nobody likes an angry clown.
Quit horsing around and give me your attention. He's a worse backbreaker than the ringmaster ever was. At least the others were smart enough to leave that top-hatted twerp behind when we busted out of prison. Okay, Mr. Clown, I'll follow your orders for now.
Is the ringmaster the guy who had Dragon Man under his control and the Hulk had to
Yes.
fight? Or was that a different carnival?
No,
Or
that's...
circus? I feel like that might have been Circus of Crime, too.
Yeah. Put all your gear in the truck. I want to move out in 10 minutes. Shoot, boss, what's the hurry? These guys are just a bunch of goofballs. I was about to lasso us some breakfast. And with unerring accuracy, Livewire's electrified lariat enslaves its fleeing prey. There you go. I always did like rabbits too. Livewire. Heck, I'm just kidding, clown. The critter's not even hurt, just stunned. I am hungry, though. Don't worry about your belly. It'll soon be full of carny food.
Well, you got the General Oats guy there.
I know. So back...
So, got any oatmeal?
Back at the circus, you have Johnny's friend here and fellow bike rider. And this girl here is a news reporter who's kind of joined to get a story and everything. And the ringmaster hears, I just got word from my insurance agent, children, my policy is canceled. As of this moment, we're flat busted. Is there anything that can be done, Ralph? A loan, maybe? All you need is new management. What on earth? Say hello to your new partners, Quentin. We're going to bring more money pouring into this carny than you'll know what to do with. Mr. Quentin, that clown's voice. It's Elliot, Corky's son. What's the meaning of this, Elliot? Do you think you can just roll in here and take over? Well, maybe he can, Ralph. Dang straight we can, lady. Hey, also he's got his, he's riding his unicycle.
What an entrance.
Yeah. But his little, I don't know the story behind his cane here, but he uses it to trip him and whack this guy. And hey, my boys and I can run circles around your entire show. Wonk. Sorry, Fowler, but it's next to impossible to sneak up on the crafty clown. And let's not forget the intrepid girl reporter. Oh no, please. You joined this carnival to get a story for your magazine, didn't you? Well, I'll give you a story you'll never forget. Why is it that all the bad guys always say that? I'll give you it.
Like Namor eyebrows.
Yeah, he does.
Those are some exaggerated eyebrows.
This is a really good drawing here. That's great.
He's sinister.
And give me a few minutes alone with them, boys. I think I can make them see things our way. So he's acted pretty sassy. But he goes on to tell them what his plan. And they're a talented bunch of hardy fools. Now then, I see no reason why we can't work together like reasonable people. Ow, my aching head. I wish Johnny was here. And, but at that moment, Red Fowler's fellow motorcyclist is slowly being roused by a ghastly, rasping wail. Blaze, up! Blaze, you must get up! That voice, it's the Ghost Rider. You're conscious now. Release me, and we'll stop those circus crooks. Good Lord, that last punch must have scrambled my brains. I'm seeing things. You see a mental image of me, Blaze. Now set me free. No way, demon. If you've gotten powerful enough to show up this way, you're too powerful to run loose. You damnable fool. I could have us free in an instant. While you struggle, our foes are getting away. Sorry about that, GR. But I can handle my own fights. Why don't you take a flying leap, and go to Hades? Dolt, you know I can't. The curse of Mephisto has bonded us together. My curse is your curse too? Never thought of it that way. He's John Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I like the way you say Mephisto. It's like Tostitos. Mephistos. Party size. Great for dipping.
It's like Cheetos. Wish I could sympathize more with you, but I have to get back to the carnival and get help. I've called you all together to tell you about some changes that are in the wind. It's no secret that we've had a lot of problems lately, bad problems. Fact is, well, we're broke. Go ahead, Quentin. You're doing fine. He's nasty looking. Yeah, this morning I thought we might just go belly up, but these circus gents have agreed to bail us out and keep the money flowing. But I'm not touching their dirty money. They're the filthy
Woods cults
that put us in this fix. That's awkward. So he's like, what? Quentin's right.
That's a great shot of his hook there.
Yes, Quentin's right. These so-called friends of mine tried to coerce me into joining them and breaking the carnival. But they made a big mistake. Their plan put my pop, Corky, in the hospital. So a fight breaks out with everybody, even the
drum major.
The drum major.
I didn't know circuses had those.
And Elliot's plan is working a little too well. I'm a writer, not a fighter. Think I'll just hide in that truck. So he takes off. The strong man starts fighting everybody, grabs one of the poles, starts hitting everybody, and he's getting all cocky, thinking that he's going to take care of everybody all by himself, when the elephant grabs the other end and knocks him out.
Bertha the elephant.
But just across the midway, hey, Luigi, you coming? Nope, trouble, Ernesto. We shall be free of these idiot in no time.
These idiot.
And then, what about us? You wouldn't punch a defenseless woman, would you?
There's like a burlesque troupe or something.
So they start kicking and knock them out.
Can.
So they get them. I love it when they break it up and everybody gets their own justice. And meanwhile, this cowboy jerk.
Damn.
Yeah.
Looks like he's killing them.
I know. And Livewire's flattened nearly a dozen men with his electric rope and gun. If I could just surprise him. Sorry, son.
Oh, so that's electricity and not fire.
And not
it really
fire.
looks like fire, though.
Yeah. It's almost exactly how they draw Johnny Storm's fire.
It's hard to, that would be a hard thing to distinguish if you're drawing like a electric ray versus a plasma versus fire versus gamma rays, or there's so many different psychic energy.
It makes less sense to have an electric gun because it's got a trigger.
With the more traditional lightning looking like.
Yeah, that's good.
Too many spikes on it. It looks like fire.
That's a good point. Sorry, son, but it'll be a snowy day in Tucson before anybody sneaks up on this old boy. Gah! Elliot was right when he warned us about how dangerous this character could be. No use diving for cover, hombre. I'll zap you no matter where you light. So he goes into the what are those things called? The cars.
Oh, bumper cars.
Bumper cars, and this net that conducts the electricity, and his rope gets caught up there and
like
electrocutes
it was created by Spider-Man.
It does kind of, and as he leaps and he makes contact and knocks himself out.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, that was good.
I think a guy that controlled electricity would be very conscientious about his grounding and current being transmitted. But
I kind of wondered when they were fighting if they had like a water diving act and that water would get him, but that was a good way to do it. And as Red rushes to turn off the juice, too many of them to handle while I'm grounded. Got to get to the cannon launcher in the truck. So we've got the cannon dude running to the cannon, so he's going to blast a hole right through the ringmaster. As she sees him, she's like, no. So she tries to push it down, and she can't, so she decides to just hop her whole body, hits it with her butt. And
that's a very limited power. If you need to carry a cannon around with you to be effective, that's not practical.
Yes. And so she goes, success. I'll never complain about my weight again. And she launches him right up into the Ferris wheel where he gets caught. And below, stand aside, the fire eater is mine. Gotta split before these rubes overpower me. But that calls for a little diversion. So eat this, double-crosser. Scatter. Those inferno discs of his are worse than napalm. Now I really have to stop him. That pyromaniac will turn half the county into a cinder. But at that moment, Johnny Blaze arrives at the outskirts of the carnival grounds. What's going on? It looks like the whole show is going up in smoke. That would be terrifying because with all the tents, everything, old wooden, some of the rides are metal, but there's a lot of wooden rides back
it's
then.
It's not kaboom, it's klaboom.
Klaboom! The fire, explosion, ripped right through my van. What in God's name is going on? Isn't it obvious, Blaze?
That's a great depiction of Ghost Rider. That's
yes,
cool.
That's probably my favorite one.
Those circus criminals are laying waste to the carnival. You must release me. The guilty must pay. No! No, I'll never let you take me over. Never again, demon. Nothing could make me. You don't mean that, Blaze. Look. My old leathers, they must have been blown out of the van by the force of the explosion.
With no damage.
Convenient. I sense the hand of fate at work. Put them on, Johnny. They're as much a part of you as I am. No. Yes, you must. That's a great shot. The zoom in of his eye. That's creepy.
Yeah. How he's in the woods. Mm-hmm. It's like he's surrounded, but inside. It's great. Great character. Your friends need help. They're all being killed. Only my power can put an end to this. You know that. You could trust me to stop the men who are doing this. They're guilty of sin. All of them. You know I'll go after them. Listen, Johnny, can you hear the screams? You know what you must do. Set me free. He's crazy. And just 100 miles away. Look at them scrambling to save their crummy carnival. They'll never catch me now. They don't have to. I've done it for them. You nearly killed my old man, Fire Eater. I'm going to make you very sorry.
So this is really Corky's son.
Getting
revenge. Ghost Rider's not doing too much yet.
Well, and go to blazes, clown. Are you forgetting who helped you design those discs? There's nothing you can do that I can't counter. Is it so? Is that so? Stupid. I was a top fire eater before I ever met you. Tell it to the rubes, stage magic, or to the rubes. Stage magic and circus tricks won't save your hide this time. I have you cornered, pal. And suddenly, woof. Hey, what the? Fire Eater was genuinely surprised by that wall of fire. But if he's not responsible for it, then who? I love how he comes in just laughing his butt off.
He's having a great time.
He is. He's free. Woo! You know he's obnoxious. You were not the only one in command of flame, mortal. Fire is the very life of the Ghost Rider, and mine is the power to punish the wicked. He picks up his bike and
throws his motorcycle at him. Wow.
No respect. Why do you gape at me? Don't you believe that a motorcycle can be composed of nothing but flame? Here, inspect it more closely. I don't know what your game is, pal, or how you did that, but you've just pulled your last trick. He tries to throw one of his little discs at him. Stupid mortal. Woof. That's a great drawing. Fool, I just told you fire is my element. No, nothing human could have done that. I never claimed to be human. Now I give you a choice. Which would you rather face, the flame or the Ghost Riders? Which of us do you fear more? So as he's thinking, he jumps into the flame. Yes! And so people are like, good Lord, get a blanket, quick. And they're running to help put him out. I know it. I can't remember in the Ghost Rider flick with Nick Cage, was the Ghost Rider as insidious as this guy laughing?
I don't remember. I'll have to rewatch that one. He's gleeful, though.
Yeah, he is. And the Ghost Rider, I thought I heard that laugh of his. Johnny must have returned and seen what was going down. He's let that demon possess him again. I have to circle around and stop him before it's too late. Your friend took the easy way out. You shall not have such a choice. You made your decision when you joined the others who endangered your own kin. That makes you doubly guilty. There's going to be no reasoning with this thing. I have to get away from him, but I'm cut off back here. Maybe through the tent. Yeah, this old canvas can't hold up to my staff. Just another second and... There is no escape, clown. The hand coming down slowly
He turned
on his
against
shoulder.
the criminals, but he's still getting his just dessert.
Because his justice doesn't, there is no gray. It's all black and white, and the world is full of gray, and he just can't see it. There is only the vengeance of the Ghost Rider. Shaking the helpless clown like a rag doll, the Ghost Rider unleashes his cold flame. Not a hair of the clown is singed. That's excellent picture. But his soul knows tortures beyond imagining. He remembers, Elliot, you gotta keep practicing those routines till your timing is perfect. His dad goes on to tell him, our family's been clowns for generations, and you're gonna be the best of us. And he helps him to practice, and Elliot grows up, it goes out on his own, but he doesn't see the success that his father thought he should until there's the old nemesis.
The ringmaster.
The ringmaster. He hooks up with...
very much like the Riddler.
Yes. Hooks up with except very powerful thighs.
And the thing's floating head.
And the thing's floating head. So he's remembering all the bad that he did do, and the money that he was given in his life of crime. But it never lasted. There was always someone bigger, someone stronger who could stop them. Life became an endless series of prison cells and jailbreaks. He vowed to put it all behind him, to put away the grease paint, to try and make his father understand. But even that was denied him. A lifetime of sorrow, guilt, and frustration is played back over and over again in the mind of the clown. That is the way the Ghost Rider's cold fire affects him. For him, that is hell.
I like that cold fire he uses on him.
Yeah. That's a really intense drawing of thing.
Yeah, they make his jawline really angular. Master of Kung Fu. I don't think we own any of those. That would be cool to check out, though.
It would.
I think that's what Shang-Chi started as.
Yes. And vengeance, sweet vengeance. This is the moment I live for, knowing that the guilty have received their just deserts. No, Johnny, no. You got it all wrong, Fowler. You know? I know plenty. For one thing, I know that you got the wrong man. Lies! This mortal fool led a circus of criminals here. Yes, but only so we could capture them. He betrayed the guilty, suckered them into a trap. Not a one of them got away. My Pop, I'm sorry. So he's going to live through that whole scenario the rest of his life. He may be guilty of a lot of things, but not this. He's not guilty.
Clown trauma, yeah.
Johnny, I know you're in there somewhere. You got to fight the demon. Fight him, man. I like how he does realize he's not guilty. No.
That's a cool transformation, Rob.
Yeah.
I like that middle one.
Yes. No, it can't be. The Ghost Rider cares little for the innocent, but not my destiny to punish them. So the Ghost Rider does feel remorse,
yeah.
which is really nice. Slowly, the fiery skeletal visage blurs. Flesh seems to grow back, and Johnny Blaze returns to the land of the living. It's happened. It's happened again. Elliot. Johnny, take it easy. Red, look what I've done to him. You didn't do it. Not really. It was that demon's doing. Come on, let's get you out of here. Poor clown. Later. Anyway, it was just after that happened that I saw the Ghost Rider change back into you. Then you've known all these weeks? Yeah, I didn't know what to say at first, so I didn't say anything. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Look, the Ghost Rider scares the pants off of me, but you're a friend, Johnny. I owe ya, and I'll stand by you no matter what. Thanks, Red. I've needed a friend for a long time. The question is, What the devil do we do now?
Maybe put out that fire.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. But man, yeah, their circus is done for a while anyway. But when Johnny got the power through the Ghost Rider, he uses the Ghost Rider to ride, right? And like to do stunts, to make money for the circus.
Not if it's an evil circus. He only works for heroic circuses.
Heroic circus, yes. But yeah,
that was very cool.
That was
it. You know, it was different than I thought. It had that extra dimension of the clown
turning tables.
Yeah, getting revenge on all his fellow criminals there. But
that did not work out for him in the end.
2 spooky comics today for the middle of June. Just wait to see how spooky it gets in October. And, you know, I forgot to look, what is it, 1982? So we had one from 74 and 82. That was 82. This is 74, yeah. So if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe and like this video. And we'd love to hear from you in the comments. And thanks for watching.